Hello friends, welcome to the Soccer. My name is Delale Frank and this is News Daily where I serve you with all the major trending news in the last few hours. In today's edition, we're going to talk about the Black Stars who are in camp. I'm going to give you updates on where the Black Stars train today, the number of players that are in camp, and we're also going to listen to Kwesi Appiah, who is the former Black Stars coach. He has said how he thinks the Black Stars can perform, and he has also given his prediction. He has also reacted to Black Stars squad and the collab. This and many more is what we're going to discuss today. As usual, if it's your first time, hit on the subscription button and let's build this community together. Without wasting much time, let's get straight into today's news. So let's start off from the camp of the Black Stars, where the senior national team, after the head coach announced the players, they announced the 27-man squad earlier on. As I brought you the updates, the players arrived in Ghana and basically in Accra earlier today, and they jetted off from Accra to Kumasi, where they are going to camp. They arrived in Kumasi earlier today, and then they went straight to training. But the interesting part is that the team didn't train at the Babaya Sports Stadium, because initially, one thing that a lot of people were talking about is the behind closed door training. Because if you look at Kumasi, one thing about Kumasi and its venues where you can train is that most of them are open. Even the Kumasi Sports Stadium or the Babara Sports Stadium, where they would train and make it closed doors, it's not really closed door, because the Babara Sports Stadium is also an office to other staff. So like the NSA, for instance, they have their offices in there. There are restaurants in the stadium that people basically come into the stadium every day that you can't prevent them from coming because it's an office to them. So an NSA official can easily watch the training of the Black Stars. And when it comes to this international tournament, opponent can easily put in a spy, just employ anybody in the country and let the person come and watch your training. So one thing that we were all looking at was where the Black Stars were going to train, that Ghanaians will not get the chance, or even journalists or people outside may not get the chance to watch them. So I think they chose the best venue, which is the Dr. Kwame Chase Sports Complex, which is in Abrankesi, a bit slightly 1 hour away from the center of Kumasi, but one of the best facilities you can find so far as domestic football is concerned. It's pretty much a standard of the English Premier League, more of championship standard, like the atmosphere that the venue, the facility that Nations FC has in Abrankesi is top notch and it's quality enough. And also, I think the reason why they also chose that is it's easy for you to train behind closed door, because the entire stadium has one entrance. It's not a stadium where you can use other venues to enter into the perimeter or to enter into the atmosphere. And also, it is a bit away from town slightly. So when the Black Stars get there, there's no way you can sneak in and come and watch them. So they can train fully there with nobody knowing what they are doing, unless you use drone or you are using satellites. If you are a human being, there's no way you can enter into that particular facility without them knowing that you've entered there, because you have to use just one entrance and get in there. So for me, I think when it comes to security, when it comes to doing things without the public knowing, that venue is the best. And also the facilities, top level, as are now, basically even better than the Kumasi Sports Stadium, honestly, because of the facility and the level at which they've maintained it. So I think the Black Stars guys will watch it. The only challenge that the environment has is the road and the access to that place. And if the Black Stars are going to train there for the next 10 days, I think after that, the ministries will look at it and say that no, we need to start working on this. We're also going to say salute to Dr. Kwame Chase for building something like that in Ghana, and it's serving as a huge venue for the Black Stars. It's pretty much an interesting one, and I think they made the best decision so far as, especially when it comes to playing behind closed doors. So in way of updates on the Black Stars camp, 25 players have reported in camp. The 3 local players are there. 2 players are not around, which is Mohamed Kudus and then Inaki Wiliams. Inaki Wiliams, Athletic Bilbao, they are trying to say that Inaki Williams, they are saying that he's tired, like some plenty things, like he's tired, he's sick. Sickness, it means that you need rest. So, like, they don't want the player to come. Kudus too, the head coach said Kudus has some few knock, like a slight knock that he needs to be assessed or worked on before he can come and be with the Black Stars. So those are the two players that haven't arrived in camp yet, but we are hoping that they would later join the Black Stars and then they are going to do the duel. So far that's the updates, and I think the team is going to train consistently at the Dr. Kwame Che Sports Complex. I'm also sure that the friendly game may be played in that facility. Now let's wrap up with James Kwesi Appiah and what he has said about the Black Stars. Kwesi Appiah was a former coach of the national team to qualify Ghana to the World Cup, and also was with Ghana at the African Cup of Nations as well. He has reacted to the squad. He has said, yes, Thomas Partey, he's an experienced player, but if he's not fit as a coach, you wouldn't want to risk and add him. You know what I mean? Because you have to speak to the player. The player has also been absent for a while. You can add him. And also, he talked about where he wants the Black Stars to get to. But his reaction was he was massaging the team. But he spoke with Sheikh Tofik of CNU TV. Let's listen to Kwesi Appiah and what he said.
The list, and I think we've got very good players. When it comes to the national team, I don't believe in the idea that the national team is for these players alone. Okay. The nation should be proud to say we've got, let's say, three different sets of players. You see, once you have a broad minded team, automatically it's Ghana. It's not a club. Ghana should always be competent with having a lot of players to choose from. And once any players that the coach chooses, I'm with the coach 100%. The only thing I'm hoping for is the coach being bold to take decisions as to who should play or who should be on the bench. First of all, you can't just add a player who's not been playing for some time now, unless you talk to him to know his situation, and then you talk to the club as well. Once the club agrees, as to whether he can play, then you also talk to the player and make inquiries as to whether he's fully fit or mentally he thinks that he can compete along the line. Because you can't just take him when he's just going to relax on the bench. Once you are sure along the line, maybe by quarterfinals or semifinals, he will be ready to play, then fine, you could take the chance. But saying that I'm 100% sure Chris Whitting might have contacted Arsenal and then play himself, to confirm whether his readiness, for this competition. Looking at the squad, I'm a Ghanaian, automatically. I wish that Ghana wins the World Cup, not the African Cup. Yes. But I think we've got quality players. If you look at it. Is it 3 locals?
Yeah, 3 local players. Yeah. So, Richmond Lamptey and Fatah Hamidu.
Yeah, so we got all of them who are professionals and going out there. I wish that they win the cup, but it's not going to be easy. They need to work for it, and automatically we will all pray and support them spiritually and physically. You see, sometimes when Ghanaians underrate the team, that is where the team surprises them. And it's happened so many times. So me looking at the quality of the players, I think they can perform very well. Just this cycling of the players is We have repeated this so many times.
Yes.
And it's because when you don't sign your players to approach a match, with different determination, then automatically you might relax, and before you realize the opposite team will gain a lot of confidence, and then it will be a problem for you. But when you sign them to a level where right from the word go or the person they start the game, with all innocence, then automatically you can achieve. And then looking at the players that we have, I believe they can get to the final.
That's all for today. We talked about the Black Stars, gave you updates on the Black Stars camp. In the next from now to the end of the AFCON, you're going to see a lot of Black Stars AFCON content because we're going to give you back to back. I'm sure you're going to love everything we do here. My name is Lalo Frank. Until meet again. Bye bye for now.